Breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu puts government/DSS witness in a tight corner as Hunter finally becomes the hunted in this very case. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 14th of May 2025, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we are going to go straight to this very news because there's no time to waste. Many of you must have seen what is going on or what has happened today at the Federal High Court in Abuja, the capital territory of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So this is the transcription of the cross-examination proceedings which Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, led by Chief Kanu Agabi-san, queried the so-called witness of the government/DSS, and my people, the reverse has become the case. So without further ado, let us read in details. From beginning, Nnamdi Kanu's court update, 14 May 2025. The defense team led by Kanu Agabi introduces his team of lawyers. I want to read in full details and then we will briefly analyze it before the end of the broadcast. Witness BBB has been called into the dock, Ebane Uchia, where he will be masked according to what the DSS want, or should I say what the government want. They don't want the world to see who is coming to tender false witness against Mwachineke, Nnamdi Kanu. So let us proceed. Witness BBB stated and tendered a medical report indicating the cause of death of Ahmed Gulak. You see where they are starting? Shameless people. Very shameless people. Ahmed Gulak. What is the business of Nnamdi Kanu with Ahmed Gulak? Because they don't know what they fan aka imonye na ada n'enu. Onye si n'enu na ada, ọ na-agha aka ka ọ malụ ma nwere ife ọya agodo, at least ka ọ ghara ka o nwee ife a na-akpọ soft landing. How can you kidnap somebody from another country and rendition him to the zoo? You kidnap Nnamdi Kanu ka ikpo okwu afa from Kenya and rendition him back to the zoo because you laid allegation on him of committing treasonable offense and terrorism. And then you have abandoned your case, your treasonable offense case, your terrorism case, and now you are talking about what, unalived Ahmed Gulak. You see, you are now, the case has become Ahmed Gulak, Azua, because they cannot defend the allegation of treason. They cannot defend the allegation of terrorism. That is the reason why Ahmed Gulak has become the order of the day. Even after Nnamdi Kanu has rubbished them, carpeted them with a single broadcast he made while he was still in the United Kingdom, which I also posted just a couple of days ago. They are searching and shopping for evidence. That's why they went to burn over 20 trucks in Omuna just the other day, in order for them to see if that one can walk, if it can fly. And they quickly paid Amnesty International Nigeria to publish it. They said that it was allegedly done by IPOB ESN. Within 12 hours, Amnesty International shamelessly came up with such a report. Within 12 hours of the incident. How did you know? When did you conduct your investigation to confirm that it was IPOB ESN that did it? Shame. Because Nigeria government has pumped in money. Amnesty International become a tool in the hands of the zoo government. Shame on you, Amnesty International. Shame, shame on you. You have lost your credibility. And now they have seen that one cannot fly. There is another sit at home. Let me use this opportunity to remind us. There is sit at home which is coming on the 29th and 30th of this month of May, which we are going to remember our fallen heroes. This very 2-day sit at home was issued by the Biafra Defense Forces Trust me now, the zoo is going to use this opportunity to do something, just as they did the other day that we had Kanu Day. So be careful, be very, very careful. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. I saw some people writing in the comment section, Biafra Unite, we are now in the government. We are now in the government. Shame unto you. Let me speak English. I don't know, maybe you're not an Igbo person. Maybe you don't even understand the Igbo. Maybe to come and write trash on my comment section. We are now in the government, as if you started being in the government today. Is it today that you started being in the government? We have been in the government since 2023, and you are coming in 2025 to remind me that we are not in a government. You are in a government. Today is 14th. Your so-called government has not issued any directive concerning 30th of May, which is very, very sacrosanct in our land and in our lives. The day we celebrate our fallen heroes that usher the way to the freedom that we are expecting to start enjoying anytime soon. You don't even have shame to come and tell me you are now in the government, as if not today can form a government. Now, witness BB stated and tendered a medical report indicating the cause of death of Ahmed Gulag. Transcription of cross-examination proceedings. Witness Triple B. Agabi, you obtained a video statement from the defendant. Witness, yes, my lord. Agabi is his lord, or the okay like that. Very, very important. Then Agabi, in that statement, only the defendant and his lawyers were visible. Is a question. And the witness Triple B said, yes. Now, Agabi, the video was not complete. Are we able to see those who conducted the interview? Were you wearing mask? Witness, I cannot remember, my lord. Oh, you cannot remember. You cannot remember if you wore mask to interrogate Nnamdi Kanu in your own DSS office. You can't remember. And you're a witness. And you claim to be among those that interrogated him. Such an incident, such a memorable incident, you can no longer remember whether you wore mask or not. And you're a witness. You cannot remember. And let me tell the zoo and their terrorist agency known as the DSS, I must remind you that I don't know, I am not aware, and in conclusion, ignorance is never an excuse in the court of law. Ignorance of law is not an excuse in the court of law. If you don't know, you don't know. It's not my business. It's not the business of Nnamdi Kanu. Once you say I don't know or I cannot remember, any other thing other than the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu has become a travesty of justice. Very simple as ABCD. Now let's continue. Agabi, for how long was the defendant in detention before you made the video? Witness, I don't know. I'm not aware of his long detention, my lord. The defendant has been kept alone in cell all by himself. I want you to outline here, because there is an argument of solitary confinement. This is the testimony of the defendant. I wish I can do a live broadcast on this, maybe tomorrow. Now, witness, I don't know. I am not aware of his long detention, my lord. And he didn't end there. He said, the defendant has been kept alone in cell by himself. Look at it here. The defendant has been kept alone in cell all by himself. All by himself. All by himself. This is another case of his own. By now, Nigeria government should be in prison. DSS, if he's a human being, if DSS is a person, he or she should be in prison by this time for violating the international laws and human rights abuses. They should be in prison by now. And those who participated in because DSS is not a human being, Nigeria government is not a human being, then those who participated in this criminal act, in this heinous crime, should be in jail, not Nnamdi Kanu. Now, after the witness has made this confession unaware, now look at Chief Agabi. Agabi, but you must understand that solitary confinement is punishment. Did you see that? People who know law are speaking, so others must listen. Solitary confinement is punishment. Now, if that's what you mean, it's a punishment. Did you kept him in solitary confinement because he is a danger to himself or the society? Now look at witness. Witness said, I'm not aware he was in solitary confinement. How could you be aware? Because you don't know. God has already put the word in your mouth. You have already said it. You see? God has put the words in your mouth. You said that he was in the cell all by himself. He's here. Look at it. The defendant has been kept alone in cell all by himself. So what else do you mean? You don't know if he was in solitary confinement? Are you a fool? Are you a coward? Are you an illiterate? Don't you know the meaning of solitary confinement? Anyway, I don't know if this person is a Fulani man or Igbo man. I don't know. He claimed to be a DSS officer. Do you know the meaning of solitary confinement? The actual meaning of solitary confinement is an isolation of a prisoner. And a very simple term. An isolation, or a person, a prisoner being isolated in a very separate cell as a result of punishment. As a result of punishment. That is solitary confinement. So when you isolate him, you said here that he was kept in a cell all by himself. That is solitary confinement. So how can you come here again and say that you are not aware if he was in a solitary confinement? So you don't know the meaning of solitary confinement? When you have already said it yourself. Without anybody questioning you, you have said it. Now, Agabi, you subjected Nnamdi Kanu to solitary confinement. Witness, I'm not aware of how long the defendant has been in detention. Oh, you don't know. Again, ignorance of law is never an excuse. This man has peed in his own pant. On your own mama in a pant, yeah? Now, Mr. Agabi, do you know the minimum days to keep someone in solitary confinement? Witness, from United Nations. Oh, so you know what is you in what idea now United Nations with a law. You also are aware that the same law in the United Nations prohibit a state traveling to another state, another country to kidnap somebody and rendition him to their own state. You know that it's against the United Nations law. So Ima, you know that UN has a law. Now look at the witness. From United Nations law, you can't keep someone for more than 15 days. Okay, another bomb. Unbelievable. Now, Agabi, the long detention of this gentleman has caused him unhappiness. Witness, I am not aware. Oh, you don't know. An ignorance of law is never an excuse in the court of law. Now, Agabi, are you aware this gentleman has been in detention for 4 years? After the interview, the defendant has become very unhappy and frustrated. Witness, I am not aware. Ignorance of law can never be an excuse in the court of law. Now, Agabi, this prolonged detention is not through a court order. It's not through a court order. Witness, I don't know, my lord. How will you know? And that what as witness. The zoo na Agabi, defendant was arrested in 2015. Witness, I am not aware. I am not aware, my lord. So the so-called witness who claimed to be a first man, a DSS official, is not even aware when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, and he claimed to be among those who interrogated him, took a video of him, and confiscated some of his, properties, including his wristwatch. This same witness has shot the DSS in the foot and said that he is not aware. Now he said, witness, I am not aware, my lord. I was not part of the investigation, my lord. Oh, you were not part of the investigation, but you were part of those that arrested him. Yet you don't know when he was arrested. And you are here in the zoo. You are in Nigeria, yet you don't know when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015. Or did they bring you from Kafanchan? Kafanchan is also Nigeria. Did they bring you from Bermuda Triangle to come and testify? Did they bring you from Mars or Jupiter planet to come and testify? So you are living in the world here on earth, even here in the zoo, yet you are not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015. Unbelievable. The zoo is finished. This very case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has exposed Nigeria to maximum. I don't know what they are waiting for. They don't get shame. What they are planning to do now is to illegally and cunningly, they want to cunningly put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to prison. That's what they are trying to do. And I'm going to make another record to expose because I have some information. Now, Agabi, do you know some of the charges were dropped? Witness, I do not know. Who brought this person? I do not know. I don't know about the previous charge, my lord. Agabi, following the amendments, several charges have been dropped. Witness, I do not know, my lord. You don't know. Which one you want to know? Agabi, all the charges, only 3 was attributed to the defendant. Witness, I don't know. Awomolu, were you there when this whole thing was happening? Where did you put your face during this moment? Now, Agabi, do you know that the charges were amended 6 days after his arrest/kidnapping? Witness, I am not aware, my lord. Which one? Agabi, in fact, at the time, the charges have been pending in court for 6 years. Witness, I am not aware, my lord. Agabi, it from this letter you become aware of this case. Witness, I am not. Imagine, he doesn't even know the question actually. Agabi asks him, is it from this very letter that you have submitted that you became aware of this case? He still say, I am not aware, my lord. So all the questions actually across his examination, he never answered any one of them. Not even one. He only knows one thing. I don't know. I am not aware. Only one word. I am not aware, my lord. Now, Agabi, before you received the directives from your office, were you aware of this matter? Witness, I don't know, my lord. Agabi, in the letter, the AGF, the Attorney General of the Federation, the former one, who happens to be Abubakar Malami, complained about the complaint he had received. What was the response of your office? Witness, I don't know, my lord. He came there to sing a song of I don't know. Agabi, the only investigation you conducted was the video interview. Witness, it was not so, my lord. Ochenjigo lyrics. Then Agabi, I put it to you, you did not conduct any other interview. Witness, I did, but the docs are in my office. Hey! Hello, Melo. Everyone in court just laughed out. Why wouldn't they laugh? Because the man is just a fool. He's just a coward. Agabi, after you received the AGF's directives, the charges were again amended. Witness, I am just an investigator. I am not aware of the contents of the charges, my lord. Agabi, in that directives, the AGF already had given you his conclusion. Did you issue report after that investigation? Witness, yes, I did. Kaifuziano. Agabi, I put it to you, that charges remain the same after the directives of the AGF. Witness, I do not know how, my lord. Agabi, now, I put it to you that you were influenced by AGF letter. Witness, no, my lord. Agabi, Southwest governors came together and agreed to form a vigilante group. This is a very, very important question. Let's take that again. Agabi, Southwest governors came together and agreed to form a vigilante group. Very important question, because they used to talk about ESN as if it's a crime to form a group of young men to defend themselves against aggression. Now, witness, I am aware the governors did so. Agabi, did you get a letter from AGF to complain about the unalivings of innocent people? A question. And then witness said, I am aware the Southwest governors formed Amoteku. He didn't answer that question. He did not answer that question. Have you seen it? He did not answer the question. The question is, did you get a letter from AGF to complain about the unalivings of innocent people? Because AGF, Abubakar Malami, gave them letter against ESN, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made public that it is a vigilante group to protect our women and children from being unalived by the Fulani Marudas and Fulani, terrorists who are coming here to unalive our people, to attack our people, stop our mothers from going to their farmlands before ESN was formed. So it was open, it was very clear. But of course, as usual, the Mumu man was unaware. He didn't know. There was no letter obtained, and he didn't even answer the question. And it's within the right of everybody and the people to defend themselves whichever means possible. Now, there's another broadcast which is coming your way immediately after this very one is released. I want you to stay tuned because the Zoo government has another agenda. They know that by law, Nnamdi Kanu has already defeated them because they have nothing against him. They have no case against him, no evidence against him, but they are planning something else. So stay tuned, pay attention as another news is coming your way shortly. And make it go viral.